Hello.
Hello.
Wow, that was very high energy.
I know, right? Well, I'm Dan,
I'm Zoe.
and this is the Dan&Zoe Podcast, or show, or whatever it is.
Again.
But this is a podcast,
Yes.
and we're about to dive right into it.
Yeah.
Today's topic. Before we get into today's topic, Zoe has a few words to say.
So we kind of talked about if we should have like a 5-minute segment of news or current events thing or whatever. And the more we talked about it, the more I realized that I want to do it only because I want to talk about Fantastic Beasts, the second part.
So talk about it.
I'm not going to say too much, but I've heard that a lot of people don't like it, which is, I'm not happy with that.
You're not happy.
No, I really liked it. I think it was a great one. I think it was needed. I think we asked for it, and I think they delivered. Sure, the plot had a few holes, a few misconceptions done in there, and the ending was kind of abrupt, I guess.
So please the fans. If you're a fan, it did great. Great fan service.
Honestly, yeah, it was great fan service, and also, I don't get why people have a problem with them milking the franchise. I've heard a lot of people say like, "Oh my God, they're milking Harry Potter." They're not. They're really not. It was needed. We asked for it. It was a development of a story that should have been developed long ago. They're finally developing it. Stop moaning. Stop complaining. Sit down, watch it. It has great visual effects, if not the best.
That's controversial.
In the
franchise. Okay. All right. Yeah, sure. Why not? I haven't seen the movie, so I can't comment on it.
It literally had amazing. I don't know visual effects, okay? But I'm a viewer. I watch a lot of movies, and I know when I'm like stunned by visual effects.
You're the people they're caring for.
Exactly. And I was stunned. It was amazing. The visual effects were great. Thank you. A lot of things, a lot of scenes that we wanted to see that we finally saw. A lot of politics in terms of having a villain who is seeking to
build a wall.
Well, not literally, but kind of. Yeah, he kind of is, trying to separate people with fear, through fear, I guess. Using people's fear to separate them and to turn them against each other, which is fucking cool. And I think it was a great mirror for real life. I think Johnny Depp, okay, more controversy.
Johnny Depp's in this?
Johnny Depp's one of the main characters.
Okay.
He got a lot of shit for it, but I think he actually played a great role. I think he was good in it. I'm not sure about the white eyebrows, but overall, I liked him. He didn't have too many lines, or too substantial lines, I guess, except a few speeches or whatever, but he delivered, okay? He fucking delivered. You can say whatever you want. An actor is an actor besides what he is in his life. Because I think he had a lot of controversy lately with
whoever he was with.
Yeah, this young girl.
Yeah. I feel like with any role he's in, it's always going to be compared to Pirates of the Caribbean.
Really?
At least in my eyes. I think any other role he gets in is going to be controversial because now it's like, what are you doing?
I really don't think so.
You don't?
No.
Which role do you think is his role?
He's played so many iconic roles.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think Pirates of the Caribbean is even like 40% as iconic as Willy Wonka.
The thing is, there was the original Willy Wonka. But
he was better than the original Willy Wonka, which is rare. Like, having something better than the original is rare. Also, Edward Scissorhands was fucking cool.
Oh, yeah.
That was very iconic.
I just realized how many he's in. Jeez.
Sweeney Todd.
Yeah.
Not many people have watched it.
He's really out there.
Of course,
he has a good track record, yeah.
A good track record, but a bad personal record.
I mean...
I just want to say I'm also very pleased with the casting of all the actors. I have no problems with the actors whatsoever. Also, you can see that they're very much pushing diversity lately in the Harry Potter franchise. Yeah, especially since the Black Hermione in the play for...
There was a Black Hermione?
There was a play that happened last year or last year. I don't remember. Don't quote me on that. I'm sorry. I really don't remember. I didn't watch the play. But Hermione was black in the play. It got a lot of backlash. I don't know why and what was the problem. I'm really not. I don't know. I mean, I know what the problem was. But anyway, since then, now in this movie, a lot of diversity.
I think we're coming into an age with a lot more, especially in these characters that were developed so long ago, just being more diverse. Like Superman, they're making a black Superman now.
Really?
Yeah, they're doing a black Superman for the next films.
That's cool.
Which is crazy. A lot of people don't like it. A lot of people like it.
I don't mind.
Yeah, I mean, you don't really care about superhero movies.
Even if I did care.
Yeah, you still don't mind. Yeah, but a lot of people are taking it to heart because it's not true to the original, apparently.
Well, I see that.
Yeah.
I see that because if you carry out a character with one characteristic about him for years and then you just drop a bomb like that, okay, this is a new character. Boom, it's black.
Yeah. But although a lot of these characters were developed in the 1900s, the early 1900s, so there wasn't a lot of diversity back then.
Yeah, it serves the right amount of justice that should have been done.
Yeah.
I see it from that point where there should have been diversity. There wasn't. And now, okay, guys, listen, we're changing it up just to make up for the damage that had been done, which I get. So that's why I don't mind it. That's why I wouldn't stand so strongly on the grounds of, oh my God, these characters have been developed in one way, blah, blah, blah. You know, because you should.
Understandable from both sides.
Yeah.
Just don't take it to the extreme.
It's like what was the girl from Spider-Man's name?
Mary Jane?
Mary Jane. Zendaya played her.
No, she didn't. She played someone else, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
Some other role. I don't know her name.
There wasn't a Mary Jane.
There wasn't a Mary Jane. I don't know what her name was.
I don't remember. But
Whatever.
she was great in the role.
Yeah, she was good.
And apparently she's going to play Little Mermaid in the... I don't know for sure, but I've heard and I've read somewhere that she's going to play... how do you say that in English? Ariel?
Ariel?
Yeah, Ariel. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Interesting.
Her hair is going to look so fucking cool underwater.
Oh, yeah.
Just wanted to say that.
Oh, yeah, her hair. Holy shit. Yeah.
It's going to look cool underwater.
Yeah. It's going to be all sparkly, glittery, shiny.
Yeah.
Purple. Is it purple? I don't know. It's colorful.
Have you not seen Little Mermaid?
I don't remember it that much. I don't remember what color hair she had.
It's iconic. You don't remember what color hair Ariel has?
No.
Red.
Okay.
What?
Cool. I don't remember. What was I, like 6, 5 when I watched it? I didn't watch it again afterwards. Well, maybe I did a few times when I was a kid still, but I still don't remember it.
I'm looking at Daniel in shock.
What do you want me to do, Chief? Do you want me to rewatch Ariel and so I can keep it in my mind?
Well, I don't know. What was your favorite Disney princess when you were a kid?
I don't know. I never really got into the Disney princess movies.
Did you not have a crush on any of the princesses?
I don't. At least not that I remember.
Boring. Lies.
The most prominent to me is Snow White. That's about it.
You liked Snow White?
I don't like Snow White, her specifically. I like Snow White the movie.
Oh.
And that's about as far as it goes. Also, I keep seeing Snow White articles pop up in my face and just blasting me with information about how each one represents a drug or some shit like that.
Okay.
I can never get away from it. So I guess that's why I'm saying it.
Weren't you in love with Jasmine?
Is it because I'm Arab?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Okay. Although I wasn't. But yeah, sure.
Okay.
Sure, I'll take it.
I get it.
Yeah.
I made a weird noise with my mouth. Did you hear it? Yeah. Oh, I have a question to the audience.
Question of the day?
Well, one of the questions of the day. Would you guys be interested in me doing ASMR?
Oh my God. I didn't think you'd bring it up in the podcast.
I definitely will, and I am bringing it up. There it is. Asking, do you guys want to hear me eat some spring rolls?
No.
I'm asking the audience.
I mean, I wouldn't mind the food. As long as there's video, I'm down for it.
Oh, you're gonna watch me eat spring rolls?
I'll watch you eat spring rolls.
If there's video.
Yeah, I'll watch you eat spring rolls and eat noodles. Why not? Why is it always... It's always something fishy or...
No. It depends on the texture. If it's crunchy or chewy or...
I see so many videos pop up on my Instagram and I just have to watch them.
It's because I keep liking them.
Yeah.
And they appear on your feed.
Yeah. It's just it's always the smallest people.
Well, sometimes. I don't know.
For a lot of the times when I see them.
There's a lot of controversy around that. Apparently, many very skinny ASMR people actually chew and then spit out, and they cut the segment where they spit it out. Yeah, a lot of controversy, and that's why Trisha Paytas is always like, "Oh my god, like I always eat and swallow my food. I never spit out."
I just thought they were bulimic.
Oh my god.
Yeah, genuinely. I thought they just either went on a day fast after eating so much food, or they threw it up.
No, I don't know. I don't want to state that.
I'm not stating it. I'm just saying that's what I thought.
Well, you're probably wrong.
Probably, but whatever. It's out there. Is that it for the news bulletin of the day?
I guess so, yeah.
Okay. Now to the main topic we have.
What's the topic?
The topic...
Stop.
Online dating.
Is that the topic?
Oh, no. Oh, shit. No, it's not online dating. We had such a long conversation about... Should we do online dating? Should we do motivation in terms of education and whatever it is? And I guess we're not doing online dating. We're doing motivation in the educational system, and specifically in university.
In England.
And in England, in university, in our personal lives. So, without further ado, please introduce this topic.
Well, I'm studying journalism, and I'm, as I said 100 times already, and I have witnessed some very heavy cases of demotivation in people around me. Mm-hmm. And not only in my course, but in overall uni. Like, so many people moaning, yawning, ughing.
Ugh. Also, it should be clarified when you say demotivation, we don't mean that, that slump people get into even though they want to do it. No, we're talking about people who choose courses just because, you know?
Yeah,
and then throughout the year, they're just, okay, whatever.
I'm going to start off with the beginning when I came here, because for me, coming here was a big thing in terms of, okay, I'm leaving my country, okay? I'm leaving my mom to come to this other country to make it big, whatever. And I have these dreams. I have these ideologies in my head. Yes. And I'm ready, okay? I'm coming here. I'm motivated. I want to be in a room full of writers, full of investigators, full of researchers that are going to fucking blow my mind. I'm going to blow their mind. We're going to blow each other's minds. And...
Going to blow each other off.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I came here, and one of the first icebreakers, what they call them, was with one of my actually favorite lecturers from last year.
Did that pick up? I'm so sorry.
Did you burp?
Did it pick up?
No, but okay. I saw you burp.
Well, if it didn't pick up, then it never happened.
Okay, so let's go back. I'm going to disregard it completely.
Sorry.
It's all right. And she asked us, why are you studying journalism? Okay. And I heard that question. I was like, finally, somebody asked me. Now I'm going to hear all of these inspiring stories of people wanting to change the world, wanting to spread truth, wanting to connect people. And then when they started answering, it was terrible. It was terrible. I was shocked. There was this one person saying that they study journalism because they're nosy.
They want to stalk their ex.
I'm pretty sure that this is how their journalistic career started, by stalking somebody on Instagram and thinking, oh my god,
I'm so good at this.
Journalism.
I have like 7 private Instagram accounts and I follow people on them.
Like, really? And then somebody said, and then many people actually said, oh yeah, I did media for what? I don't know.
GCSE.
Yeah, whatever.
That one.
Yeah,
Where
I did this in high school, so hey, let's fucking do it again because I'm so used to it and I know how to hold a camera. Good for you.
I suck at maths and science,
Or that,
so
yeah.
I'm gonna do media. Just
The
just
method
because.
of exclusion where they're like, okay, I'm bad at sciences, I'm bad at like drawing, I'm bad at sports, so let's do media.
Yeah, let's do media. Woohoo, yippee And it shows so much. And the thing, you know what shocks me even more? How little of a percentage people came here because they're so motivated to do it. And they actually have these big goals in life with it. When I first came here, I was like, yeah, I'm going to be an editor in Hollywood.
Say what you study.
I studied television production,
Okay.
but I wanted to get into film, but that's irrelevant at this point. But yeah, I came here and I was like, yeah, even to my teachers, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go to Hollywood, bro. Don't worry, I got your ticket booked already, bro. Don't worry, I'll see you on the red carpet. I'm gonna be this director, editor, whatever. It was one of those two. And sure, it's ridiculous, but at least I had some hopes and dreams, you know, to start with, and then I just learned from them.
And you gradually made them less dreamy and more realistic, but still
ambitious.
yeah.
Yeah. It's not like I came here and I was like, my friend came to the course, so why not?
Yeah, a lot of people coming for their friends. A lot of people
Yeah.
choosing universities based on how many people they know there.
Yeah. That's a common one. Hmm.
Who cares?
Not
I mean,
even
nobody.
just the course, but the actual university. People could go to like some great, fantastic university, but no, they go to some local thing just because they already know everyone there.
Or going together to university. Knowing somebody since you were a literal baby and then being like, okay, might as well go together to university. I
Yeah.
get that people are scared, okay? I get it because it is a scary experience moving away, you know, leaving home, starting to live alone, starting to take care of yourself alone, everything. And I get how it can be very the idea of being there with a friend and with somebody you initially trust can be luring. I could have gone to Portsmouth with my best friend. She studies there.
I could have gone to Ravensbourne. Someone I know went there. I could have gone to Falmouth. 2 people I know went there.
Yeah. But no, I don't. I thought about it a lot. And in combination with other considerations between me and my best friend, we decided, I don't need to do that. I can do it. I'm going to go and I'm going to do it. If you're going to do it all the way. Don't do it half-assed because you're kind of scared, kind of not. You
Yeah.
know, because it's going to show in your work and it's going to show in your motivation and it's going to demotivate others as well.
The thing is, people don't think too far ahead.
That's the
With it,
problem.
yeah.
Because in this country, university is a given.
Hmm.
Because they grow up thinking, yeah, I'm going to get a loan and I'm going to go to uni.
Why? There's the option, this thing called a gap year, which is a year for you to sit down and think for a minute before you go and spend 9K, 18K, and a year to 3 years of your life.
A huge percentage of people that takes a gap year actually does not really sit down and think about what they're going to do after gap year. They just party.
They just party.
Because they're like, okay, time for a break. Let's party for like a year and then let's go to uni. Let's go and party more at uni.
It's crazy. It really is. It still shocks me, the whole, how much people prioritize partying over anything. You have a 9 a.m. or you have a 7 a.m. filming. Let's go Cameo.
Cameo is a club.
Yeah, Cameo is a club for all our non-Bournemouth listeners, or whatever it is. And then the next day, it's just they're doing nothing because they're so lost in their mind from being hungover that they just do nothing, and they don't care. They'll act like they care, but they really don't.
I'm very surprised that not many, I'm going to go back to partying, but I'm very surprised that, why, I get why they made first year in I guess we should clarify that first year in university in England doesn't really count for your final degree grade.
Which doesn't make any sense.
It kind of makes sense to me because these people who did media in high school and come here kind of already know what they're dealing with and have a basic idea of, okay, I did this in high school, so I actually know how to work some of these programs. I know how to hold a camera. I know how to do this and that. The logistics of it, I know it, okay? But then people like me come from God knows where we don't study media and we don't have drama in high school. Bless you guys who do and who have the choice between environmental studies and maths, and you actually choose environmental studies. Good for you.
If you have anything more than science, English, maths, and history, then you're blessed, honestly.
You are, because I didn't. I had to study higher maths at the end of my high school because I had to, not because I chose it. And I wasn't good at maths, but I still had to study it. And then I had to apply for university with the grades that I got from studying maths, even though I will never again in my life study math. I had to apply to study journalism with my math grades.
This is 2 for 2 or 3 for 3 if the promo counts. So Zoe's phone, she got a call.
Sorry.
This is the 3rd time.
At least I didn't burp.
Well, it didn't get picked up, so I don't understand what the problem is over here.
This didn't get picked up, okay?
Okay, well, whatever.
Anyway,
moving on.
Yeah. And so, right. So I didn't have these subjects in my curriculum in high school, and I came here and I really didn't know how to do these things, and I really had no idea how to use some of these programs. And I came here and I needed first year to kind of wrap my head around how uni works, how even the grading system works, what people are like, what lecturers expect. The pace is so different that you need a year. And I think it was needed because I still got a 2-1, but I'm still thankful that it wasn't that much of a pressure on me to kind of, because even writing essays is different here.
Yeah. I realized the pace is slower compared to the educational system in Lebanon, and it's also kind of easier here. It really is, and I was really shocked. I think that's why I'm not gonna make any statements, but I think that's why I'm probably used to writing. One thing about me is I write my essays the day before they're due, or the day they're due, and it takes me around 4 hours. And I'm not claiming that it's probably because of Lebanon, but it probably is because of Lebanon and the way I was so fast-paced in writing everything over there, We have essays due on, like midway through the week that they're assigned.
Yeah.
Weekly.
Yeah.
And I guess I just got used to that system.
We had exams in Bulgaria where in literature, we had these analytical essays that we wrote on poems or on...
What's up?
Can you not move that?
Oh shit, sorry. I moved the mouse for my convenience and it might have messed up something.
Nothing. It didn't mess up anything. And we get told 5 topics that might be the topic, and we study for all of them, and we go in, and for 40 minutes we have to write an essay. For 40 minutes we have to write an essay, okay? Yeah. And these people have 1 month or 2 months to write 1,500 words. Okay, I get it. It's more academical.
More research.
More research, of course. I don't disregard that. But come on. the pace is very weird. The pace is just weird. Yeah. So saying that, having that in mind, yes, okay, have the first year off. Super. But then get into it.
Yeah. It's so strange how even in second year or even third year, people don't change. People are still in their same habits from first year or before even.
But they don't care.
That's the thing. They really don't. Yeah.
And it's so funny because they don't care, I think they don't care mainly because, as I said, university is a given here. And you grow up knowing that you'll go to uni. You grow up knowing that you're entitled to go to uni and have higher education, and you don't have to fight for it. It's good. It's good higher education. Every university almost is good. You have good equipment, you have good lecturers, you have good research. Compared to other countries, the educational system is good. And these people don't have much to worry about, okay? Where back home, people constantly worry. I constantly worried when I decided I want to do literature, I want to do journalism. I constantly worried, where am I supposed to go? You know, where am I supposed to work afterwards?
It's so nerve-wracking, and especially from Lebanon, because while you're in Lebanon, you have to think about, okay, when I graduate, where am I going to travel to? No one stays in Lebanon once they graduate.
Yeah.
They travel, they leave. You have to think about that. You have to think about everything.
And if here it's a given going to uni, home, for me and you, the given is you will leave home for uni and for work. And we just grow up knowing I will leave home at 18. You don't have a choice.
Yeah.
Well, you sometimes do. You technically, on paper, do have a choice, but then practically, you really don't.
Unless you're doing, well, in Lebanon, unless you're doing architecture or interior design or whatever it is, you know, something along those lines, you know. But nothing in terms of media or art, that's non-existent.
Yeah. And because we move, and because we, for example, Russian people pay the actual fees. They don't get loan.
Oh yeah, same in Lebanon actually. You don't get loan.
No, I mean, when Russian people come in England, they don't get the loan.
Oh, okay.
And they don't pay 9,000, they pay 13,000 a year.
Yeah.
So actually, when you, and for me as well, and well, not for you because you are born here, but for foreigners, when they move in here and for uni, for studying and for work, especially for studying, they have to think about, especially around the political happenings right now.
Yeah,
with
which is
Brexit,
a lot.
Where we have to think, okay, I'm going to go there, I'm going to get the loan, but what if they decide that suddenly I can't get it anymore for third year, or if something goes wrong. And you do think about these things, and you are forced to actually realize how much 9K is for a year.
One of the main differences in regards to the whole loan and whatever is with loans, people here treat it like it's nothing.
They don't know.
It's almost like, okay, free money. And then they get into it and then they don't care as much because the money isn't there. It's not in their hands and they're just giving it away. Like their parents doing it, whatever it is. It's to them, it's non-existent.
They don't see it.
Yeah.
It literally is non-existent. And that's why I think they don't really understand the value of the thing they're purchasing. Because if you buy a car with the country's money, if you get given a car by the country pretty much, it's more likely for you to not be careful when you're driving it.
Yeah.
Because it's not your money. You didn't work for that car. You just...
It's nothingness.
Yeah. It's just a car. You got given a car because you turned 18. Finished college, have a car.
Wreck it in a year. Less. Whatever it is.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say something I forgot.
Just completely blanked.
I blanked.
Okay. Well, I don't want to stray too much from the whole demotivation.
It's connected.
It is 100% connected. Yeah. And it is a lot. I don't think an hour and a half would do justice for this, because from our perspectives, looking at it, it's so huge.
It's terrible.
I really can't describe it, especially with things happening with me and with you, actually. Well, we both have projects now, and we're both, because for some reason, group projects. That's the main key focus over here. The thing with group projects is once you're in your group, you're graded as a group. You're not graded for your individual work as an individual. You're graded based on other people's work as well as your own. And when 90, or I don't want to go as far as saying 90, but 70% even of your group fits into that category of being demotivated and just being, I don't mind, whatever comes my way, I'll do it.
Please let me talk about the I don't mind mentality.
Yeah. Do that. You have so much.
When I get put in a group with people in university, and when we get distributed roles or anything, pretty much, we're going to have the role of the person who bakes the bread, the role of the person who sells the bread, and the role of the buyer of the bread, okay? And you sit down with these three people, and the teacher is like, distribute them between yourselves, bye. And you sit down with these 20-year-old people who have paid £9,000.
18,000 at this point.
Yes, for the second year, £18,000. And I hear the infamous words, I don't mind.
I don't mind. Whatever you give me, I don't mind it. I'm going to be jobless in 2 years. I don't mind.
How the fuck do you not mind? I'm not here to not mind. Do you not mind studying journalism? Do you not mind your job? Do you not mind paying £9,000 a year and additional fees for halls, additional fees for a house, additional pocket money? Do you not mind your mom being broke? Do you not mind that? Do you really don't? It's just ugly to see how people can, even in these small things. I'm not saying that you should, when you hear the roles being distributed, you should jump off your chair and like fight everybody in the room for the role you want. I'm just saying that you should have passion and you should strive to do what you have come here to do. You should know why you're studying what you're studying. You should put passion in your studies so that they can go somewhere. You should know that you're working in a group and these people depend on you. And you not minding might as well be you not even participating.
I think people here are too worried about being nice.
Yeah.
Being nice and keeping to themselves, and that's it. You know? And it's so absurd. It's like when you, let's say you invite people over, you know, and you want to do something. You ask them. You're like, hey, what do you want to do? You want to do anything? They're like, Whatever. I don't know. That when they say, I don't know, at that point, it's just like, get out. Get out. I don't know either, so get out.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. Like, what are you doing here if you don't know?
And the funniest and the most paradoxical thing out of it all is that after they say they don't mind, one person who does mind says, okay, I want this. And then they all do it. And then 2 hours later, they're like, between themselves, they're like, oh my God, do we really have to do that? I really don't want to do that.
Oh my God, I can't believe he or she got that and that.
Yeah.
Even though I said nothing. I said absolutely nothing.
And I said I didn't mind.
Yeah.
And they should have read my mind, apparently.
They really should have. You should have had that seventh sense that I have.
And that I don't mind mentality also translates into when teachers ask, I've seen memes about this on student pages, which was not even funny. It was sad.
What was it?
It was when a teacher asks a question, an open question, not even a question like what's 4 + 4? And you could think, okay, this whole room doesn't know that it's 8, so they don't answer. No, they ask like substantial things like opinion-based questions, you know? And still nobody says anything. Or maybe 1 or 2 people say something. But it's constantly these 1 or 2 people repeating and repeating and repeating and answering all the questions. And it's so sad looking at this lecturer who spend their whole lives probably trying to get this job and being passionate about something, and looking at these young people who are the future of his industry sit there in front of him with their empty eyes and silence on their phones with their feet on the table or on the chair, not minding. It must be nerve-wracking for these people.
It is. It really, really is. For him to just sit there and just look at him, and it's so awkward. I've been through that, but not in the case of open-ended questions, but having the teachers or lecturers or whoever they are just stand there, ask questions, and then just stay in silence for 10 seconds. I see in their eyes they've had enough. They don't know what they're doing or what to do in that situation. And it's so bad. It's cringy, it's awkward, and it's too much.
If I wasn't in their shoes, I would just question my whole career at that point. I would be like, bro, if this is the future of my industry, fuck that. I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm going to go and build a ship and be a pirate.
Having 2 out of 30 people keep answering the questions. Everyone just get out, you two.
And then you have like 5 more seminars where again, it's 2 out of 30 people. And you can apply that statistic to the whole youth of Britain.
For open-ended, opinionated questions.
They just don't want to say anything.
They don't want to say their opinion. What's also very prominent is how people wait. They wait for that first person to answer.
Oh, yeah.
And then they base what they say on that person. They're like, oh, okay, they said that, so I'll say it, and I'll back it up. But they'll never come forth with their original idea and say it. They have to wait.
Or also, another interesting thing is that they pick up ideas so quickly when it's a group thing, and when you the first thing that's said in the room, they're like, oh yeah, that's good, okay, let's develop that. Really? Really? For 50% of your grade, you want to take the first pitched idea in the room and be like, whoa, that's cool. Just because you don't want to say no to that person, just because you don't want to be rude. Really?
Mm-hmm. That's such a big issue, especially with my course. People have such low expectations of what students can really do.
Oh, yeah.
They really undermine us and undermine ourselves. And when I say us, I'm talking about people who are in the course. They look at us and they're like, they're students. Do a student film. Do something entertaining.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't make me think. Entertain me. And that's it.
We have the same thing where on news days or when we have to actually report news, somebody's going to come up with something very ambitious and actually want to cover a substantial issue. And they can't. Firstly, because nobody wants to talk to trainee journalists. Mm-hmm. Secondly, because our lecturers mostly push us to cover paid promotion for festivals, for unpaid promotion, sorry. If it was paid, at least it's paid, but it's not. It's unpaid. Yeah. For festivals, for any type of kind of fun, kind of entertaining activity that's going on. Because we live in Bournemouth, there's a lot going on the beach constantly.
Yeah.
Like those beach...
bouncy castles.
Whatever. Anything that happens on the beach, we've covered it, okay? Mm-hmm. Just... If there is any record anywhere of all the Buzz News gatherings and the Buzz News bulletins, it's all about entertainment. And, sometimes you get something recycled from the Daily Echo on some fire that happened or on whatever happened.
Imagine how godlike someone would feel after making something and going through something actually thought-provoking. And then being like, I'm a student, I made this, here you go. It's on my show, it's on my portfolio. Everyone claps. They're like, wow, as a student, thought-provoking, intense. Also, another thing, it's so easy for people to get awards as a student just for doing something slightly thought-provoking.
Yeah, yeah. And something like literally 1 centimeter away from the curriculum, everyone's like, whoa, bro, this ambitious person, they're gonna where's the Nobel Prize? Damn,
bro, you just took like some big movie's concept and just made it into 6 minutes. Whoa, wow. Bro, whoa, take this award.
Yeah,
please.
And I've in my course, I don't want to disregard, because in my course we have had cases where students have produced good content. I've seen my course mates produce good content. I know that they can do it, because if we can say anything about people here, it's that when they finally settle and when they finally get somebody to tell them what to do, they do it. They don't beat around the bush. They do it. I've seen that. I don't know if it's just my course mates. I've just seen them, and I can say for sure that when they get told to do something, they go and they do it. the problem I have is that they don't initiate it themselves, but once they get to the point where they get told what to do, yes, cool. So in these cases, they've produced good content. But in many cases, it's recycled news, it's entertainment, it's unpaid promotion, and it sucks. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm just going to say it sucks. And it also sucks to come here with these super high expectations for yourself and be dumbed down by the fact that we're not really doing anything that substantial.
Yeah. There is something I want to say. And I was just thinking about it and how crazy it is. There's only one person in my entire course who sticks out. And by stick out, I mean someone who, no matter what equipment he's using, no matter what group he's in, or whatever, because he's in it as a director, he's constantly making great content. So the point of this is don't keep blaming your entire group if you can't, produce good content. And just to clarify, this person, his name is Jerome, and I can honestly look at his work and be like, yeah, you're someone who sticks out, and probably one of the only people that sticks out in our course. One person.
Shout out to Jerome.
Jerome.
I've seen some of his stuff, and I really can confirm.
Yeah,
it's good.
It's not necessarily something so wow and just crazy out there, but
it's an
great.
attempt.
It's great. It really is. It's simple. It's great, and yeah. So props to you, Jerome.
Nice.
But yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I really think that if not now, when will you experiment with your industry, in the industry that you want to be in, especially for media students, especially for politics students, for law students, for people who study humanities.
Humanities, yes.
If not now, when? Because yes, exactly. There is the statement you're a student, but there is also the statement you're a student, bro. You can do whatever you want right now. This is the time. This is the only time that you won't be working for a company that will be putting ethical codes, any type of other code, laws upon your head and, kind of condensing your content.
It's so strange how scared everyone is about how they're going to look. Or there's this I've heard today someone said it's because it's going to be on the show reel. So that's why I don't want it to be controversial. I don't want it to be out there. I don't want my show reel to be controversial. That is a quote, yes. And that is ridiculous. You're a student, you're producing content that's not for mainstream audiences. You're producing content for your lecturer and hopefully for, if you're actually good enough, for festivals. Because hopefully, I'm really hoping that some students have actually gone to festivals from their student films. Not things they've made after. I don't really care about that right now. I'm talking about things that they made as students. And it's crazy. It's so they're scared, and people will plan ideas for so long and then just hit a slump where they're like, I don't want to do this because it sends a bad message. And it really doesn't, but they're just scared. They're scared of what it'll be interpreted as. They're
scared of being cynical. And I really don't want to be a person who's an advocate for cynicism or for being like, whoa, my only purpose in this industry is to be controversial. I'm really not that type of person, and I really don't think everybody should strive to be controversial. But if you feel like you want to cover a topic, and if you feel like you want, and if you're passionate about it, then fuck being controversial. Be controversial.
Yeah.
be controversial. Like, honestly, I cannot see myself stepping away from something I'm passionate about just because it's going to be controversial. If
I don't even think about it being controversial. It's usually brought upon me that it's controversial.
That's the thing. You, as a creator of fiction, mostly, for you, it's less of a burden.
But apparently it really isn't. Apparently.
Yeah.
And again, it does tie back to people trying to be nice and being scared.
Yeah. Why? What?
Fiction. I'm doing fiction.
Yeah. I'm doing a documentary right now.
Mm-hmm.
And luckily I'm in a group where, people aren't really, they want to touch upon difficult topics, and they want to do hard news, and they want to do educational hard news, and all that. But I'm sure that many groups have had or are having issues with people not wanting to cover hard news. But that's a whole nother topic. Like, why are people in the UK scared of offending that much? Why are you scared to offend me? Please offend me. Please.
You're a student. This isn't going to be viewed to thousands or even hundreds or even more than 20 people.
But it at the end, it boils down to even human connection, where they are scared to say what they mean, and then they go behind your back and they say it anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
It translates in their work. It translates in their studies. And it's not only British people, maybe. It's maybe other people as well.
We're using this example because we are here. Yeah. We are in England.
Yeah.
And this is what we're observing.
Yeah.
Mm.
But maybe other countries have it. Most probably, other countries have it too. Because, especially in the industry I want to be in, there is so much that defines your work. There's ethical codes. There's codes of practice. There's defamation law. There's contempt of court law. There's privacy law. There's European Union laws that will probably not be in act soon in Britain. But my point is, it's enough, okay? Don't dumb yourself down even more. Chill the fuck out. Do what you want to do. And the thing is, every act, every principle written down on paper regarding content, especially news content, always has, if it's in the public interest, you should do it. And you are the one deciding. You are your own advocate. You should be an advocate for what you're passionate about and actually prove to people, this is why you need to hear this, guys. It's not a term. It's not the term what interests the public, because the public is interested in stupid shit. You have to yourself know what's in the public interest rather than what interests them. And do it. Something
new, something refreshing, something thought-provoking, something that you're passionate about. People will watch it.
They will.
They will. Because if you put your heart and soul into it, it will, by default, be entertaining.
It's true.
Entertaining, it could be so bad because of how much passion and false hope you had. Entertaining, or it can be really good entertaining.
Mm-hmm. But it's just, reversing way back to saying that people don't know what they're spending money about. They come here and they're like, okay, I'm doing this.
I guess. All right.
And many people can confirm that university students are like this. Again, I really do think it's in many cases because they don't know how much they're paying right now.
It's not in front of them. It's not a physical thing.
No. And also because they kind of, for the first time, are independent. They take care of their own money. They can drink. They start having sex. They start having more friends. They have a chance to reinvent themselves, make some shit up. I don't know. And they come here and they're like, okay, you know what? This, but also student experience, bro. Let's party.
Yeah. People come here and the first thing on their mind, 70% experience, 30% education.
Yeah, which I get because I do know that for my course so far, many things I could have learned from the internet.
Yeah.
Many things. But I know I'm paying for the experience, and I know I'm paying for the diploma. Which the diploma part I've come to terms with. Fine, you guys have made this system up, whatever. Okay, I'm abiding. Fine. But the experience, they view it very childish-esque.
Childish-esque.
Yes.
Sure, why not?
Like, the way I see paying for the experience is I pay to meet these people. I pay to see this different country. I pay to get to know a different culture. I pay to get to know my own culture through a different culture. I pay to see if I really want to do this, you know? And they think experience means, yes, let's get fucked up.
Yeah.
Which also, yeah, okay. Cool.
In my case, it's some Lebanon boy who's been living in his parents' house for 18 years, get contact with the outside world for the first time and meet these people. And now he's doing a podcast with someone who has loose jeans and a cool hipster sweater.
Whoa, thanks. It's from Primark.
Still cool.
Thanks.
Yeah. You can just get here. And that's it. Oh, that's my story, by the way. That's it. That's my life.
Nice.
Yeah. I think that's it. For my life.
I really don't. I'm so confused with these people. I'm so confused with the whole thing happening around us in uni. It's just, I'm hot.
Yeah, me too. The radio room is boiling 24/7, and it's freezing outside. So
I think I'm just angry.
You're just angry.
Yeah.
The passion. It's really shining.
Also, the people not wanting to get angry and people not wanting to be passionate.
It's when they're about to get angry, what do? They leave.
Mm-hmm.
They leave. They don't use their anger to motivate them to actually say what they want to say. They just leave. And that's it. Maybe they cry a bit, and then they have another person go and be like, "Can you not say that? She's crying now. She or he is angry, crying, upset. So tone it down a little bit, or else she'll leave completely."
That's something actually I've witnessed not only here but in home as well. People being too cool to be emotional.
Yeah.
And to be passionate and to be super into what they're doing and super into what they're studying and super, super into their hobbies or whatever. They're like, oh my God, no, I'm like above this. I'm not above this. I'm so much, very much underneath, below.
How could you be above it? That's what I'm wondering. How?
Why?
Yeah. It doesn't make any sense. This should be the thing that's always there for you to reach. It's always higher than you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Education. Getting through it.
Being what you've always wanted to be.
But no, they're higher than that. They can't be what they want to be.
Aspirations, where are they?
Where are they?
You know what what do you think we can resolve, not us between the two of us, but how can people resolve this problem? How can you bring back the motivation to young people? What should you do?
I don't know.
I think there should be very much higher entry requirements.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the entry requirements should very much concentrate on people proving they want to do this, rather than
not what you got on math and science when you want to apply for television and film or journalism or whatever it is. Exactly.
And somehow prove through extracurriculars, through placements that you got, through books that you read, through essays and your own work that you wrote on that subject that you so much want to study that you're willing to pay £9,000 a year. I can't stress that enough.
It's going to be funny listening to this back in 20 years when you have your own school set up.
Oh, don't get into that because it's so...
That's another one.
Yeah.
But yeah. There's a lot a lot of people can tell you the system is flawed, it's outdated. I just voice cracked, but whatever. You didn't hear it. It's outdated, it's bad, it's flawed, especially in television. The equipment is outdated. Everything they're telling us is basically from the 1900s, nothing after. And they still, if you go to film in AUB, they teach you how to analyze film. Who still uses film? Yeah, literal film.
Wow.
How to take videos with film, how to edit it, how to cut it up with scissors.
Daniel?
Yes?
Do you need me to remind you that I study shorthand?
Sure. I kind of see shorthand being a thing though, but just because it's fast as a journalist. You're going to kill me.
You can record something on your phone anywhere you go, anytime you want to.
Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
The only place you cannot record is in court. If you really want to be a court reporter, learn shorthand.
But if you're really adamant on not being a court reporter.
If I want to go into fashion journalism, why the fuck do I need shorthand for? I don't, is the answer.
Yeah.
Anybody can tell you that. All of our lecturers can tell you that. All of my course mates can tell you that. Every single person can tell you that they don't like, they don't want, and they don't need shorthand. But you know what? The NCTJs are like, guys, it's England. We're traditionalists. Mm-hmm. So study that thing that we studied back in the 1800s.
Yeah. You know what else bothers me? Industry standard. That's a word, 2 words, that's thrown around by our lecturers after giving us a little tiny camcorder Panasonic. Well, they give that to you guys as journalists, when in reality, industry standard is this gigantic 10,000 pound Canon C300 camera, which requires an actual camera person to help you with. Not set it up by yourself with a tripod. It looks like a little tiny cute toy, and it records in 240p, and it looks like some home video. And you're like, okay, industry standard, good job. And with television production, we have the same thing, not as extreme, but it's still there. Our equipment, I've said this, and I couldn't believe it when 10 to 20 other people said the same thing. And they said, these video cameras look like some 80s porn video. It's grainy. There's like purple tints in them. And
yeah. Or green, purple or green for some reason.
Yeah. Here you go, industry standard. The BBC, I don't think they've used this in the past 5 years, Chief.
The BBC's equipment is so bad. You have no idea.
In college, they gave us their old equipment, the BBC, and it's so shit.
I know.
It's so garbage.
I know. It's shit.
They never let you use your own equipment as well, which is another thing. You can use your phone, and it'll deliver higher quality, better looking things.
It's so funny because it's true. Because I personally had to one time, we went out on a news day, me and 2 of my course mates, to film this story about railway strikes. It was maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. And we went there and we took the camera out, our small, I don't know how they're called. I don't really know cameras that well, but whatever, small camera, bad quality. And the battery was out. All the batteries were out, actually. And I was like, okay, we came here, we paid for the bus ticket anyway to town, so might as well film on my phone. And I did film on my phone, and we did end up getting an interview with one of the people there, whatever. She was related to the story. And then we came back, we put it in, they started playing the news bulletin, and story by story, they were all the same quality and, bad. And then you get to ours, which is filmed on an iPhone 7, and it was a world difference. It was so good. It was so much better.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, fuck, that's so awkward to watch. Just because they know we filmed it on on a phone camera.
Knowing that you have to use the latter, which is the bad equipment, for another year, 2 years, whatever it is, after seeing the iPhone 7 footage.
I don't want to blame universities too much for that, because sometimes it's lack of funds, sometimes it's lack of need, sometimes it's many other things. Mm-hmm. But I don't even know if these people deserve good equipment.
Yeah. Something is kind of pissing me off about this uni, and it's the 4K studio. Is the idea of a 4K studio cool? Yes. 4K studios and for live isn't needed. No one does live in 4K. Live is done with the studios that we already have. So why take this budget and use it for something that's not needed and not use it to upgrade?
Maybe someone needs it.
About it. Someone?
Well, some other course needs it.
Still, they have this budget for one course. And
I guess that's weird, kind of, yeah.
I guess they can use it for the animators. But remember, they're doing an entire 4-story building for it. What did you do?
I did nothing, I promise. Something's going on with my...
Zoe's scaring me.
NQ? Interesting.
What do you mean interesting? This isn't interesting. This is literally uninteresting because no one listening can see this.
Okay.
Is it?
I thought there was a casualty.
Where are the levels? Where are the levels, Chief?
Levels are fine.
Levels are fine. Everything's back in order. And we're still here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, solving these problems. Can we? Should we? How do we? I've always protested educational systems my entire life. Since I've went into education, I've had a problem with it. And I've moved countries in order to run away from my problem with education, to only realize that I still have a problem with education.
Yeah.
And the more I stay in education, the more I realize my problem is not with the system, my problem was with the people.
Yeah.
I really, really don't want to work or study with people who are demotivated. And I really also don't want to blame them for being demotivated. And I don't know why they are demotivated. I don't know what's the case. In every country, it's a different case. Back home, it's the mentality of the Bulgarian person who just thinks they know it all. We all know it. We're all good.
You know how I get told that I'm very stubborn? Multiply that by the entire population of Lebanon.
Yeah.
And then no one can work with each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Every country has a different problem. And, here are one problem. Here's one problem. There's another problem. But I don't know. I just really think that universities should put more substantial research into their courses in order to actually give us something more than a diploma.
Keep it up to date. Please, I'm begging you. Just whatever you're teaching us, make it relevant to now. And what we're using is relevant. When you say industry standard, not industry standard from 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Technology's changing, Chief. Go on.
And I really want to clarify that I am not blaming lecturers for this.
No.
I really am not. Because so far, my lecturers have been amazing. Mm-hmm. My lectures have been so inspiring. They've been so amazing, so well prepared, so just I've listened to them with my entire soul and body. I've wanted to be there for them. And every time I miss a lecture, it's because I'm sleeping in. It's not because I don't like the lecturer. Mm. And I feel so bad for them because they are suffering from the same thing we are. And on top of that, they have to deal with students who don't want to study and who are studying just because of the sake of going to uni. And imagine these people going into the industry after and working. The fourth estate, journalism being the fourth estate. When? Where? Who? Who's the fourth estate? Is it these people who don't mind?
Don't mind.
It's scary. It's scary. I'm scared for my children. I'm scared for myself. I'm scared for everybody who reads the news and who expects to see the truth and seeks the truth and wants to be involved are we
You
supposed
can't get involved. It's almost impossible with this to get involved.
Yeah, and they keep telling us you need to hold power to account. Okay, these people who are saying they don't mind and who are doing media because they're who are doing journalism because they're nosy, holding power to account, it almost sounds like comedic. But in that context.
We only had one lecturer who really got to us the way you were talking about your lecturers, and he's gone. He left after the first assignment, and that's it. Now everyone that we have is nothing personal to them, but they don't know what the fuck we're doing. They really don't know what the fuck we're doing in the literal sense. And they're just, here's something you learned last year. Here's this thing. It's either that or they teach you something that's so out there, technical wise or whatever it is, that no one's there with them. And they don't know where that sweet spot is to really get us there.
Yeah.
And so everyone's just confused. And that's how I feel as a person claiming to be super motivated and on it and knowledgeable. I'm lost in this course. And so are others, but for different reasons. Probably the same reason, but
sometimes same, sometimes different.
Yeah. But I don't feel unmotivated, I feel lost. And that's the difference.
That's bad
Yeah.
as well.
That is very bad.
If not worse than the motivated.
I have this motivation with no output.
At
least not in the educational system that I'm in right now.
Yeah, no, it's literally bursting from me.
Yeah.
That's why I'm doing this podcast.
Yeah. That's why we're doing the short films.
Yeah, because literally I cannot hold it in me. I need an outlet. And
What are you going to do? Tweet it? Just do it on the podcast.
honestly, it's just sad. I have so many things I want to talk about. And I have so many things. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. But I don't see anybody wanting to. Well, I'm seeing a few people wanting. And I have to say, and I've always said that, out of all the motivated people, you're going to find one or two that are just gems. And when I tell you gems, they're gems. You just find them and you're like, dude.
They stick out like a sore thumb.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
If there is that one person that's a gem, you'll know immediately.
Yeah.
After the first week of
and
being
these
the
people,
course.
they just give me hope. They really do. And I really, really, really hope it's just our university. But I know it's not. Because I've heard stories from other universities with the same statistics. Maybe Cambridge and Oxford are different. Maybe Sheffield's journalism course is different because it's apparently the best in the country.
Is it?
It is, yes.
All right.
I hope it's different. I so very much hope.
That's the thing. We're the best television production course in the country. And we're having the same problem. So, hope Sheffield's okay, but...
How are you, Sheffield?
How are you, Sheffield? Sheffield?
Sheffield.
Let us know. Tweet us.
We're foreigners. We don't know how to say these things.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know any better. We're just saying what we want to say because that's what this is about.
Yeah. And
please have a conversation with us, guys. Tweet us. Leave a comment.
Yeah.
Do whatever you got to do. Interact with us.
Yeah. I really hope I made somebody angry with what I said.
Yeah.
I probably did.
You probably did. People are going to have a lot to say. But you didn't do this to get people angry.
No.
You didn't do this to not get people angry.
No. I just... I've gotten to the point where I'm going to go into a meeting and I'm going to purposely say something so out there and so like mind fucking blowing just so I can hear them at least disagree.
Yeah.
Because I
want to hear them yell at me.
I really do.
Honestly.
Like, I want somebody to come to me and be like, listen.
I want someone to make me cry.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't get there. But, like, I want somebody to come to me and express opinion.
Please debate me.
Yeah, tell me why I'm wrong. I would love you to. I'm not a person who's going to stand... Obviously, I'll stand my ground. But if I see that the person in front of me is like believes strongly in their disagreement with me, okay, please tell me. I went to this meeting a couple weeks ago for our group podcast on my course. I gave this crazy idea. It was terrible. Don't say what it was. It wasn't terrible. It was a great idea, but it was just very...
The reaction was terrible.
The reaction was, there was a reaction. And I was just sitting there and thinking to myself, you did it. You done did it. You actually made them react.
You made them think. Good job.
Yeah, because many of the ideas were like Brexit, and everybody was like, yeah, Brexit.
Oh my God, let's do it about homeless people.
Homeless people.
Oh my God.
Brexit.
We need more of those. More homeless people documentaries. More homeless people articles.
Yeah.
Please.
And of course, I'm saying I don't want to disregard the people who actually gave good ideas, because they did. Some of them did. But sometimes you just find yourself just lost for words. You just sit there, you're thinking, is this it? Are these the people I'm going to work with?
Yeah.
Because if yes, then fuck it. I don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't want to.
I've been on I don't want to say on the edge. The thought of dropping out is so there with me, you know? And nothing so far has been helping at all. And the only real factor for me still being here is that fat diploma at the end when you graduate.
Every time somebody tells me about the diploma, I'm like, hope it's laminated so you can cut your throat with it.
Honestly. And that the reality of it is that diploma will get you places. Regardless. Well, no, I don't want to say regardless of what you do. If you do great things and it shows, you'll get places without diploma. But for some people, they can do nothing and then they get the diploma and they're like, okay.
Are these places, do these places justify stepping away from yourself and not doing what you want to do and leaving your own country and coming here, spending so much money to get to these places? Are they worth it? Is it guaranteed that you're going to go places? Because it's really not.
Mm-hmm.
It's really not. There are people who... I'm getting a second phone call.
Oh my God. Wow.
So these places, if somebody comes here and tells me, yes, 100%, you will work, okay, sure. I will somehow get over this. I will get over this.
Do you think that's why some of the smartest people actually go and do their own thing? Instead of going somewhere, they make their own thing?
Maybe. I don't know. I wouldn't say I don't know. I wouldn't classify myself as one of the smartest people.
No. I'm just saying as a thought.
Oh, well, maybe. Maybe, probably.
They're just like, I know too much. I've worked too hard to just go and do this thing.
Abandon my aspirations, mostly. That's what I feel like I'm doing. Every time I go into a news day, I don't want to do it because I feel like I'm abandoning my aspirations, and I feel like I'm dumbing my aspirations down to nothing. And I've seen other people do it as well. I've seen other people want to produce content, good content, have ideas, being young, being passionate, being the future. Everybody keeps saying that, but do you really enforce this? You don't. Somebody did this to these kids. And I don't know who, but I will find out. I will. I don't know who did this to these kids.
But you will find them. And you will kill them.
Who made these kids like this? Did they grow up like this? Nobody is born like that.
You know what's one of the scariest words to say to people here?
What?
Freelance.
Oh, it's kind of scary, yeah.
It is scary, but not necessarily in the sense, the whole money thing. It's the sense that they don't even think about freelance. Even though freelance is one of the best ways to, get creative, put your ideas out there. People just want to be like, stick me in the BBC and...
Because they're going to get money?
Because they're going to get money. Stick me in the BBC and And I'll work for someone who has these ideas that I won't mind.
That's the thing. Yeah, money is it's one of those things that people consider when they choose a course and when they...
I hear people saying that they would think of leaving the media art industry to go and do marketing or whatever it is. And I'm like, where's the correlation here? And the only correlation is money.
Money. Yeah, it's funny because, especially my course, nobody comes into my course for money. Everybody knows that journalists don't make money.
Yeah.
Like, journalism in itself is one of those things that you do because you are strongly for the truth. You want to be powerful. You want to help. You want to connect. You have these inner, higher motivations to do this. Nobody says money. And again, but then nobody has them. Nobody has these inner motivations. And also, nobody wants money. So what did they want? Are they just doing it for convenience?
Yeah. And they're like, I'll think about whatever happens after. You know? I'll just go through. I feel as though uni is sort of this time frame where they just stall and they wait to see what happens. It's almost like a gap in their life where they can use this to do whatever they want and then suffer the consequences when that time gap is done. And then when it is done, it's like, I'm fucked. And that's it. And then they look back at this 3-year gap, 4-year gap if you do masters. Or is it more? How long is it? 5 years?
What, masters?
Yeah. Although if you do masters...
1.
It's 1 year? Okay. Well, the thing is, if you do masters, then I don't see how you're not passionate to actually continue. Or
I guess, yeah.
Yeah. But
here undergraduate is seen as this natural continuation of college almost.
Yeah.
They've kind of merged
It's
them.
nothing special.
No.
It's just there. But it is this time zone where people just act like it's nothing. It's a waste of time. They just want to party in this time frame. And then they don't think about what happens after they finish. And when you ask people, hey, what do you want to do after in your future? They're like, oh, I don't want to think about that. It's too scary. I don't want to think about it. I don't know what I'm going to do. Like, okay. I'll see you in 3 years when you're doing nothing.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? I've not that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think any of us know. Well, we do know. But we still do not know. It's almost like we're analyzing and trying to understand these people. Because we're so, alien.
I'm not... See, I'm just...
that was sarcasm.
Okay.
Okay, because I feel like when my voice is recorded, and I do a lot of facials to show my sarcasm, but that was sarcasm, okay?
Okay.
We're not special.
No, I don't feel special. I really think when it comes to demotivated kids, demotivated students, I don't think it's their fault. I really don't. But this country really needs to sit down and really think hard and long about who did this to these kids and why they are like this. And you need to change that. You really do. Because there are some amazing people around here. And if you motivate them and if you give them the right grounds to grow, I think some good things are going to happen.
Yeah. And I want to ask, any questions for the listeners?
Oh, for me?
The question of the day. What's the question that we want people to think on?
Are you motivated and why?
Are you motivated and why?
Are you motivated?
Well, what are you guys going to do after university?
Are you doing university? What degree?
What are you guys doing? What are your life aspirations, Whatever it may be.
And if a uni student is listening right now, studying whatever they're studying, please, even if you don't interact with us, think to yourself, why are you doing it? And have a reason, please. Because if you don't, you might as well go and do something else.
Take a gap year. It's
Take
such
a
a scary
gap
thought.
life.
Take a gap life.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want. Don't go to uni if you don't know why you're going to uni.
Don't waste your. It's essentially your parents' time and money.
Yeah.
It's your time, their money. That's what it is.
And I'm not even that mad about universities because, okay, whatever. But then these people go into the work side of it all.
Mm-hmm.
And that's scary, especially for people studying things like law, media, medical things. It's scary that these people go and they practice their demotivation.
Yeah.
Because there will be motivated people in your industry. Okay, there will be. And if you keep it up like that, you're just gonna end up working for somebody rather than for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So my advice is don't. If you really cannot find in yourself a motivation and a reason to do what you're doing, do something else.
Anything that motivates you, please.
Even if it's these people that go to the beach with the sensors and they look for pennies.
They have so much dedication to that. It's crazy.
They have more dedication than people studying law.
Yeah. But yeah, I think on that note, I think this is coming to the end of the podcast.
Yeah.
Tweet at us, subscribe, like the video, comment, do whatever you gotta do. And
yeah,
it's been fun.
It's been fun. I've been angry.
It's fun angry.
It's fangry.
It's fangry. That's what it is. But yeah, thanks for listening.
Are we wrapping up?
I guess we are. Yeah. Just come to a conclusion.
What's the conclusion? Oh, okay. I'm not gonna say it.
Okay.
Whatever.
All right. Well.
No, I want to say it.
Say it.
I've come to realize that one of those courses that's actually the go-to courses when you don't know what to study, besides business, because business is one of them, when you ask somebody who didn't know what they dreamt of or...
Psychology.
No. Law.
Law?
Yeah.
I suspect psychology. There's so many people in psychology. It's insane.
Yeah, psychology too, I guess. But what I'm more concerned about is people who didn't know what they want went into law.
And they fucked themselves.
No, they fucked this country.
Oh, that too.
Because they're going to be lawyers. And they don't care about law. They did it because they didn't know what to do. And they're going to go out there in court, Daniel. Do you realize?
The thing is, I think for people to actually go to court is it's that 1%, 2%, or how many other people there are in that course that are so motivated. And I'm hoping that's true. I'm hoping it's those.
I really am.
I'm hoping it's that 1 to 5% of people that are so motivated. They're like a gem that stick out. They're the ones that are going to court and doing everything, and not the other 95 to 99% of people.
Yeah. Also, to the people who actually like what they're doing and have ideas, power to you. Please continue. We love you so much.
Yeah.
You know who you are. You're amazing. All of you guys. And thank you for existing. You are giving me hope for myself.
Yeah, honestly, I think it's great motivation seeing. It's when I'm sitting there and dealing with everything, and then all of a sudden someone's like, "Hey, watch this thing I made," who's in my course, and I see it. It's fucking great. And I'm like, okay, wow, yeah. This is motivating me.
People who create for the sake of creating. Bravo.
Yeah. Clap.
Thank
clap.
you.
Yeah. Thank you.
And also thank you for listening.
Thank you very much for listening. Indeed.
That was Zoe.
And that was Dan.
And that was the Dan&Zoe Podcast. We'll see you next week.
Catch you later.
Bye.
Bye.